Hey, everybody, Adam here, the Roof Strategist, and welcome to today's Lockdown Live. Now, I sent this email out a little late because I had a time window open up, and I wanted to jump into this, so I apologize for the late notice, but if you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, it'll notify you of when I'm going live. Today, I'm talking about how to run virtual sales appointments. There's been some time, I've had some folks reporting back and hearing what's working really well in terms of the world of virtual sales appointments. Now, what I'm going to walk through today is step by step, an actual plan, excuse the sitting down, I got on my notes here, literally of what you need to do every step of the way and how to not only run these appointments, but to close the deals and to set them up with the highest close rate possible. Now, a couple of things before we jump into how to run virtual sales appointments and the step-by-step instructions that I'm going to document behind me so you can easily follow along is this. People are getting very used to in this virtual thing, video conferencing, keeping distance and offering. I had Ford email me, by the way. I have a Ford Transit all-wheel drive van on order, and they emailed saying, hey, we're doing like virtual test drives, video test drives. I know people in real estate, they're doing video tours, virtual tours. People are working from home. People are using Zoom video conferencing and Google Hangouts. It's becoming totally normal for everybody. I just realized I might be messing with my microphone, so I'm going to move this. So the reason I say that is what I'm about to show you will be easy for you to use because people are used to this right now during the coronavirus pandemic with the stay-at-home orders and social distancing. All right, last two things I want to touch on before we jump into the details. First, all these episodes are making it up to the podcast as well. So we're on Spotify, iTunes, and Stitcher, wherever you find your podcast, just search Roof Strategy, same logo will show up. So if you can't catch these live, watch the replay. Excuse me, you can listen to the replay on the podcast or watch them. All right, let's jump right in. So first thing, and I know I've got limited working space here, try to move the camera in a little bit so the audio picked up better from last time, is the virtual sales appointment. This is obvious at this point. If you've been following along in the Lockdown Lives, it is critical that you set an appointment. So using your direct mail, cold calling, which I hit yesterday, or working referrals, when you get folks that contact you, it's important for you to say, hey, listen, we have a no contact service plan. We do a virtual appointment. I can show up. We don't need to connect in person. I'm going to take photos and videos, and I'm going to walk through everything over the phone so we can keep this project along. And again, using that urgency to make sure that they get things booked in now so we don't wait, because guys, once floodgates reopen, it's going to be madness out there. First is set the appointment, okay? Now, even though you could set a time essentially because they don't need to be there, it is critical that you do it at a date and time that is specific and you know that they are going to be home. Now, the other thing you want to do is make sure that they're going to be home after inspection. The one thing that people are doing wrong with the virtual appointments is they're just saying, hey, I don't need to be there, I'll just show up. So then you show up and you hop on the roof, you do their thing, but then you're playing phone tag trying to get in touch. Then the worst thing that happens is the homeowner says, just text me or email me. So I've modified this approach after hearing some real world feedback of how to make this thing successful. So set the appointment at a time that you know they're going to, or over the phone. And I'm going to show you some really easy ways to do this, okay? Show up on time and send a text or a call, okay? To confirm a phone call to say, hey, it's Adam, the Roof Strategist. I'm here for a 4:30. No reason to come to the door. Just want to let you know I'll be doing a walk around the perimeter of your property, and then I'll be hopping up on the roof. It'll take me about 15, 20 minutes, and I'm going to call you or text you as soon as I'm done so we can chat details. You see this? So we're essentially running this appointment the same way we would in person, but we are doing it with no contact, okay? So set the appointment, the time and date that you know they're going to be around, show up, send a text to confirm. So instead of showing up back on the door and start, we still want to maintain that level of service. Now it comes into getting organized. What you want to do, I'm going to be showing you some real life things on my phone to make this process super simple, using specifically Google Photos, right? Where'd it go? Weird. There it is, Google Photos. All right, that's my dogs. All right, so here's what you're going to do. Take a picture just like an adjuster would of the front of the home so you know exactly what house it is. Then you're going to walk. I was just like total habit. Front, left, right. Okay, so walk around, grab those wide angles. Then you want to hop up on your roof, do your inspection. These photos and videos are really going to help you make the sale, so to speak, because everything that you show the homeowner is going to be extra important now that you're not there face to face. So when you hop up on the roof, do an aerial, wide angle of the roof first. People, remember guys, most people haven't even seen the roof. So do that wide angle shot, then grab any photos you can of soft metal, roof vents, flashing, any valley metal that might be exposed, anything to show that the actual hail was there first before you get into close-ups of a shingle. Most homeowners don't know what the heck hail damage looks like. So if you're just showing close-ups of a shingle, they're like, what the hell's that? You know? And I'm sure most of you guys can relate getting into this industry. You're like, oh, wait, that's hail damage? Like, it doesn't look that severe to the average person. So it's really, really important that you go soft metal first because, man, it just pops, right? So grab those photos again. And I'm just looking over at my notes I prepared before this so I don't forget anything. So you got your roof photo, you get your overall hail damage close-up underneath metal, soft or the vents, then your shingles, and then here's another one. Anything not normal. The reason I say to do that, and when I say not normal, any patches, any failing pipe boots, it gives someone a reason to act now, okay? If you notice like 3-tab shingles have been lifted up or unsealed or anything, that's the way to grab a photo. If you notice wind damage, if you notice a pipe boot failing, if you know, because this is gonna cost you money down the road, all right? So here's what I'm gonna do. Take photos, all right? And I'm gonna take photos. The other thing that you can do on this is videos. If you find shingles that are not sealed and you can lift them up, right? What you can do is start filming that your video on your phone and narrate through it. Say, hey, you know, hey, you can use their name. Hey, Peggy, Adam here up on your roof. I just want to show you that. So the picture you can see, like the shingles are laying flat, but as you can see, I can lift them up. So what's happened is they've unsealed here and this, you know, whatever it is, right? So you can walk them through it. So you're really creating a really, really personal feel. So you're going to take those photos. Now, here's what I'm going to do is get out my phone for a minute. Again, I'm trying to show this the lowest tech way possible because that way anyone watching with the tools are at your disposal, you can start running these virtual sales appointments, not needing to have anything or get a subscription to a service, which by the way, there are great services out there that can do virtual presentations. There's iRoofing, there's DocuSign just for signatures. There's a lot of them. But here's what I want you to do. Install Google Photos, okay? Excuse me. Looks like this. It's a little app. When you pop open Google Photos, I'm just going to do an example. I'm selling my vehicle for the new Transit to come, right? So I can highlight, I can click and drag and highlight all the photos that I want, and then I click share in the upper right. Now, in this bottom side, it'll say create link. Can I see it right there? When I hit this, it says creating link. What that will do is now I can share it. And again, it works whether you have an Android or not. It will literally put all those photos and videos in your link, and now you can text or email the customer, okay? So I'm going to just make a note. Where am I? Do I have space for this? Yeah. So use Google Photos to create a link. Google Photos. I'm just going to write link for short because I think I'm running out of space. Yeah, I am. There we go. So you're going to use Google Photos just like I showed you to send that link via text or via email. By the way, I did this, again, I'm selling that vehicle of mine, and I popped it over to 2 people that were interested. And it was super neat, even over Facebook Messenger, they open into it and it's web-based. So you don't have to worry about compressed photos or compatibility issues. They can see all the photos and all the video right there. Super valuable, super easy. So now what do? Okay, you share the link. You're going to go back into your truck and you're going to call the homeowner. If you want, you can use video conferencing. I would, if it were me, I would push for that, and I would prefer it because there's an element of the human connection that occurs over video in a very different way than a phone call. So if you can do it, use Zoom or Google Hangouts or even FaceTime, or if not, at least call them and say, hey, Peggy, Adam here. I just emailed you the link of the photos, and what I'd love for you to do is let me know when you have them open, and I'm going to walk you through all the next steps. Does that sound good? Yeah, be patient. And chances are, they're going to be on their phone or their computer, and they'll pop up those pictures, and you can walk through them by accessing the same link and go through in the exact same order and do your presentation. All right, so again, and I'm going to see, do I have room? I do. All right, call from truck. This right here, this is the most important piece. And the reason I say that is most of the guys that are doing this now, and I know, I think it was GAF is running a presentation tomorrow, I want to say, just on some other tips on these things. I'm still on one of their email lists. But here's the deal. If you're not calling from your truck, what happens, you're going to go through all this effort to get out there, do your inspection, do your presentation, and, excuse me, not even presentation, email to them, then try to get them back on the phone again. And it's the same reason why in my videos, I explain when you knock on the door, do the inspection right then. You're right there. They're giving you the time of day and the attention. Just get it done, right? So same thing, set the appointment when you know they're there. And I'm doing a quick recap for those of you that joined. You know that the homeowner will be home throughout the process. You can do your presentation after. Then show up on time and send a text message or call. This is going to replace the door knock, okay? Hey, I'm here for our 4:30. It's Adam. I'm going to be walking the property and then hopping on the roof. Give me 15 minutes and then I'll call you, okay? Take photos. Excuse me. Photos and videos. Then use Google Photos to send a link. And I just showed on my phone the Google Photos app. You can literally click and drag and highlight all and then click share and then click create link. Stupid simple. Okay. And then send it to them via text and email. Then call from your truck and walk through the presentation. All right. Now, here is, sorry, I'm referencing my notes I prepared. So I hit all this stuff because I get a little excited when I do these things. I don't want to forget anything. All right. So you've already done this. You've called from the truck. So essentially at this point, you're running your presentation from the truck over the phone. Do it the exact same way as you would anytime. Here's the clincher. When you get to the point of getting to yes, so if they haven't signed a contingency yet, if it's retail, whatever it is, you need to get to that point where you get to yes. So you have two options because you do not want to leave that home without that deal inked, right? The contingency agreement signed, colors picked, whatever it is, wherever you're at in the process, get to that point first. Then you have two choices. Choice number one is the easy one. Bring a postage, bring an envelope with your company name already and an address already on it and already with a stamp, okay? Then bring your paperwork with you that you need signed, fill out that contingency, explain it over the phone and what it says, put it inside the envelope in a baggie and say, hey, Peggy, it's Adam here. I'm so glad we're going to move forward with this with you. And we just went over all the details on that contingency agreement and the three things that it's going to do for you. By the way, I recommend watching my video, how to use the contingency agreement as a sales tool. It's super powerful. When I made this shift, my closing rate skyrocketed. So watch that video. All right. So inside that, you're going to hang it on the door. Say, I'm going to Peggy, I'm going to leave this on the door. All we need to do is put your autograph on it. I already put postage on it and our address. Just sign it, put it in the mail. We'll be good to go. Boom, done. Okay, that's option one. Option two, use technology. If you have the ability, and I know that for any salespeople watching, you have to do what you can, right? You can't wait around for the owner that may or may not want to adopt electronic signatures. If they do adopt electronic signatures, then you're going to want to use whatever program is available. There's, was it like Sumo Quote? There's iRoofing. There's, there's a couple other ones. DocuSign, I'm struggling on the names off the top of my head. But anyway, electronic signatures are everywhere. They have industry-specific ones, contractor-specific ones, and then just general document signing. And if you have that, you can use that as well. So the main takeaway is this. Do not let what's going on keep you from staying on the gas and controlling what you can. And I'm going to do a quick recap. And before I get there, and I meant to mention this early in the video, and I totally spaced it. I now have all of the COVID-19 specific, so the coronavirus specific marketing material redone from my battle pack included. So anyone that has purchased, if you didn't get it already, I sent another email out. So I sent 2 emails because I updated even more info. Email me, adam@roofstrategist.com. If you are going to purchase at some point in the future, email me. I will offer you a coupon code to save some money right now, and I have it set up for you to get that right away. So you're going to get everything in the battle pack, instant access to it, and the coronavirus-specific marketing material, including cold calling scripts, direct mail, letter leave behinds, and an email. All right, so back to this. Here's the quick recap, and then we'll wrap it up for today, and then hop on again tomorrow. I was going to do this one on the roof today, but we got snow again, man. I am tired of winter. Maybe I'll stand on this side. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, so here's the recap, step-by-step process on how to run a virtual sales appointment. Set the appointment when you know the homeowner is going to be home and will be available afterwards so you can do your presentation and explain what you found, okay? Pretend that it's going to go just the same way as it would any other time in normal circumstances. Show up and send a text or a call. This is going to be in lieu of you knocking on the door. Let them know what you're going to do, okay? Then take photos. Remember, have a system. Front of house, left, back, right, okay? That way you know the house. Get up on the roof. Overview roof picture first, okay, because people haven't seen the roof. Then close-ups of damage on soft metal that makes it black and white. Homeowners love that stuff because it's like crystal clear. Yeah, hail was here. If it did that to the metal, imagine what it did to your shingles. Then your shingle close-up to show the hail damage. Okay. Then use Google Photos. By the way, if there's another way to do it, do that. But this is just free, simple, and easy, and something that you guys can do right now. So click, drag, highlight all the photos, click share, and then click create a link. It'll automatically create a link of all those shared. Text it and email to them. Then go back to your truck, call the homeowner and say, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, Adam here, I just finished the inspection. I just texted you or emailed you the link with all the photos and the video, and I would love to walk through it. Let me know when you can pop those open, okay? Wait for them to say, I got them open. Then you do your presentation as you normally would. Once you get to yes, okay, where they want to sign the document, which I know as you watch my video, I never say sign here, execute, autograph, make it fun, right? So if it's a contingency agreement or build paperwork or whatever it is, change orders, say either use an electronic signature or told you bring an envelope, write your company address and name on it, put a stamp on it, put your paperwork in there, use a folder or baggie, hang it on the door, then let the homeowner know all they got to do is autograph it and pop it in the mail. Or you could even wait. You say, hey, put it on the door, you open it up, grab it, autograph it, put it back on the door. I'll run up and grab it. That might even be a little bit of a better way because that puts some time pressure on them getting it done right there. But the point is, by doing this, you can run a virtual sales appointment right now without pumping the brakes and keep that pipeline full for when we return back to normalcy. All right, let me quick check my notes. That's it. That's all I had for today. That wrapped it up. If you have any questions, please email me. I love it. I've been getting a ton of emails from subscribers like you with ideas, with feedback, with stories, success stories. I know one company is sending out 300 direct mail pieces by hand with this new stuff today. Actually, I sent it to them yesterday and they responded. Another person said, hey, this is really tough. We're really teetering on the edge of some real trouble. What do we do? So I sent him some information to help and the LockDown Live. So if you need anything, email me, adam@roofstrategist.com. Raul, thanks a ton, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. This is absolutely my pleasure to be doing this. You know, we're all in this together. And again, personal note, since we covered the bones of everything, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Everything I put up here is designed for one single reason. It's to help you make more sales. It's high value, actionable stuff. And you'll find that everything I'm putting out there is things that anyone can use. I don't want anyone to have a barrier. I don't want salespeople to have to say, well, I can't do that because the owner doesn't want to do it yet. Because it happens, right? Not every company is done the same way. And I don't want owners to say, well, I can't do that because I don't want to spend the money. So everything that you're going to see on my channel are things that every single one of you, whether you're an individual sales rep, whether you're a sales manager growing a team, or whether you're a company owner doing a few million a year looking to really, really scale, this is all stuff that you can do right now. Yes, you can add things on, bolt on technologies, and scale up using fast ways to do this stuff. But ultimately, the fundamentals and the practices you'll find here. So thanks a lot, Derek. Thank you for saying that too. Appreciate you being here. And again, if you have any questions, email me, adam@roofstrategist.com. In the future, for you guys that are here live, don't be shy to drop comments in the chat. What I'm trying to do is really make sure that these sessions are focused, and then I'll turn to the chat afterwards. And depending on time, we'll get as far as we can. And here are some. Let's take a look. So homeowner would need to have the Hangouts app as well, I think. So yes, if you use Hangouts, they will need the app. Zoom is another one that will work via app. And then FaceTime for anyone that has an iPhone. The other thing too is you can ask, like, guys, we got to get superhuman. I'm on Androids, okay? And on Android, you have video call. So you can always use video call if they have an Android to Android, FaceTime for Apple to Apple products, and so forth. And again, it's a balance. Like I've found that sometimes if you're running face-to-face stuff with technology, people might have hiccups and they're like, I can't get the tech to work, and they get frustrated. Just stick to the phone. Video is ideal, but don't force it in where it might cause friction, if that makes sense. All right, Raul says, so helpful. I did 2 inspections for claim adjusters today, and 1 was already approved. Still business out there. Just be smart about it. Hell yeah, Raul. Hey, I was in Las Cruces holy smokes, that was almost 4 years ago now when that big storm came through. And Raul, I used to live in Albuquerque in the southeast, just outside the war zone. not a great spot when I lived down there. But yeah, New Mexico is a great market to be working right now. So yes, and one thing I want to hit on here with what Raul said is, sorry, I just needed a drink. He said, you got to be smart about it. There's still business out there. Absolutely. Every market's different. Stay-at-home orders, I think we're at 30 states right now. Roofing is still an essential trade. And guys, I really want to make sure like there's a blend of what I'm teaching and then the smart side of just being smart, respecting social distancing, and realizing that we are in a very serious pandemic. So continue as you need to. Just respect the law, respect each other, and be safe, be smart. Pretty simple, okay? All right. And Derek says, yep, most of my clients are older, not savvy. Derek, do what works for them. And a side note on this too, like we were running ads. I've shared this story once before. When I was deeply in the business, we had offices all over the place. We were running ads in Wisconsin on Facebook, and they just didn't work so well for some reason. And it was a little bit more of a progressive market. We were doing Madison and then some of the stuff up near Appleton and all that. And it just didn't really work that well. Then we were working a storm out in Billings, Montana. Facebook ads blew up. And they're like a little bit more dated in times. And you see this in different markets. So anyway, my point is this: use what works for your market. If phone works, why complicate it, right? You can go through this exact process. By the way, this Google link, like even an older person with an email address, they can click a link. It's going to open, right? It's idiot proof. You don't have to worry about technology. Oh, I couldn't get the tablet to work for the signature. So Derek, I just keep it simple, man. I love it. And Jackie says, working in Maryland. Yes, Maryland is going to be tough right now for sure, but all of this is going to work in Maryland. You're coming into, I know the weather's a little dicey yet. Maryland market, this is right in the beginning of your season, right? We're just ramping into storm season. So it is really critical for people like Jackie. And Jackie, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Do my best. But Jackie's in Maryland, and Maryland might have storms coming in right at the tail end of this. So getting poised and getting ready. And by the way, any owners or sales managers here, have them watch this video to get this down. I mean, we're talking literally what, 5 steps to run a virtual sales appointment with no technology needed other than your cell phone. And I do know that there's a lot of good platforms out there. And I say this in almost every video. I'm not affiliated with any of them. And I want everyone to choose what's going to work best for you. So this is a system that you can use with whatever technology. That's the beauty of it. All right. Yeah, look at that. Raul says, I had my company shirt on in the market and I was given a lead. Heck yeah, because you're out there. This is another reason why the companies that aren't afraid of a 1-2 month, even 3 month setback, when you're out there, Raul, you're going to get leads. It's going to happen because so many people, there's the people that are stepping on the gas for the pipeline and the people that are freaking out and just pumping the brakes. So great work getting out there. Awesome, awesome. All right. Bryant says, PA is not allowing home remodeling unless an emergency, only allowed to repair, not do a complete installation. Some companies are taking a risk to continue to install. So Bryant, this is, I want to give you some info on this because I think if you can't do the full install, that's totally cool. Because that's the law. Abide by it. Easy. And you can run virtual appointments without having to touch anyone or anything. That's totally compliant so far as I know. Check with your state because I know they're all different. But you can run these and get them to the point because here's what's going to happen, Brian, is everybody that has put off the roof like we do every year, right? Right before school starts for kids, there's the giant rush. Our season's going to be shorter. All those projects that you had in the works, coming into the works, people wanted to break, everyone's going to want it done right then when things come back to normalcy. So getting people in the queue and say, hey, we're prioritizing this, first come, first serve, we're going to get you in the queue. That's the reason. And explain to them that the season's going to be short, the demand's high, and our availability to fulfill is much lower. We really, really recommend we keep this up. You don't need to be starting the install right now. As soon as we can, we'll start. So Brian, I hope that helps. Jackie, this is the beginning. I'm hitting an older spot. We're missing previous storms. My only struggle is getting people to commit to their deductible. Jackie, just so I don't repeat it, because I think the first lockdown live, first or second, it was all about handling the deductibles specific to the pandemic that we're going through, because we know that there'll be issues. So watch that video, but the quick and dirty is this. Legally, we don't want to be eating any deductibles. You want to sell your ability to help identify the proper assessment the downspouts, the gutters, all the non-essential things, and then using the actual cash value legally and ethically towards the deductible. All right, let's see. I signed 2 in top 5 in sales in March. Yeah. 2 adjuster meetings Friday. Love to hear it. This is solid. Derek is an example of someone keeping on the gas. Awesome work, Derek. I'm so glad to see that. And then, yes, very true. Thanks for providing these training videos. You've helped me more than you know. My pleasure, man. Yeah, look at that. Jackie, first one. Thanks. This is my first video. I'm glad you're here. All right, guys. I have a meeting coming up in 4 minutes, so I got to wrap this one up. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This was last minute. There's a little bit higher turnout today, too, which was pretty cool. So email me, adam@roofstrategist.com, if you have questions. Once this goes live, it might take a minute for YouTube to do its thing. I'm working on a better microphone and camera for these because I wanted to sit with our whiteboard so we're not sitting here next to just sitting at my desk talking at you like I have been. So trying to step it up. And then after this is live, drop those comments. So I want to close with this. Huge thank you to you guys for being here. I congratulate all of you who are live and who are watching the replay to taking control of what you can and staying on the gas. We are going to get through this. This is a short-term step back. Derek, Tang, thank you for that as well. Appreciate it. And if you guys do want, check out the Marketing Battle Pack. As I mentioned, everything is updated for COVID-19 specific marketing material to help book these virtual sales appointments if you'd like them. And if you need some assistance, just email me. I'll send you a unique checkout link to save you a little bit of money. And everything's backed by my 100% no BS money back guarantee. I take care of my people. You guys are why I'm here. So thanks a ton to everybody. Keep on it. I will see you tomorrow. I'll send you an email if you're on the list. If you're not on the list, opt in. There's a link below should be at the top. It says join the Roof Strategist Insiders. And that's the list that I'm sending these reminders out of when I'll be here. So be well, everybody. See you next time.